Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Masters of the Universe. We've got a little bit of news, but I don't know if it's good or bad news. Basically, the Masters of the Universe film, the one that is currently in production, and as most fans know, there's been some kind of He-Man film in production, in some type of production, but not actually being completed in like the last 15 years. There's been constantly a He-Man film in some sort of production. But this one was getting fairly close. They had announced the directors, Aaron and Adam Nee. They had the actor Noah Centino or Tino or basically he looks nothing like He-Man, seems nothing like He-Man. He's like a Netflix romantic comedy lead with dark hair, no muscles, um, but good looking in theory if they got him into the gym and put some wigs on him or spray tanned him up. Maybe they could have made him look like He-Man, but it seemed like a bit of a stretch. But part of me was just happy that there was a film in production. They actually had directors hired, they had an actor hired, they had, I think a script was written or being written, and they had a release date of March 5th, 2021. But now that it's been taken off the release schedule, off Sony's release schedule. Basically, there is no He-Man film that is going to be released on March 5th, 2021. It's down as TBD, so to be decided, I guess. So I don't know if it's good or bad because I'm not sure if this film is going to work. But after all this time, I just wanted a film to happen. Now, originally, I heard a couple of different versions. There was going to be one that was basically like a Lord of the Rings epic fantasy um, version that was going to be made at some point, but that was too expensive. And then there was another version which I really didn't like the sound of. Basically, an American military guy somehow gets sent to Eternia, and of course because the military is so amazing, he basically just is the greatest man in the world and manages to save all of Eternia and basically end up ruling the planet. And just the idea now, He-Man's Prince Adam's mother was from Earth, so in the cartoon, but the idea that he was from Earth, that he wasn't actually Eternian and he wasn't the prince, just the idea of just removing that character and just making it this military guy who is given the power sword and then becomes He-Man was just wrong. I couldn't handle that, so I'm so glad that one died because that was in production at some point and I heard about it and I had to live in a period where that was in production. I was thinking, oh god, is this the film they're going to make? It's just some military guy basically being handed the sword and then I didn't want to say that. So this one seemed at least better than those. Well, maybe not better than the Lord of the Rings one, but money wise, this one at least could be afforded. So it was. I was just happy that they were just going to make one. I was happy there was one in production. There was actually one just finally going to happen, and now that's gone. But so long as the film they make in the end works and is the right one, I'm happy. But in the meantime, the waiting is a bit of a nightmare. Now, they've got two He-Man TV shows in production, and Mattel is producing a new line of retro He-Man figures. So there is interest in He-Man, and Mattel wants to sell toys again, but the movie didn't seem to be a part of that. It seemed to be obviously Sony's sort of baby that they were still sort of going to make happen after all these years. But the sort of idea is that Mattel wants to relaunch He-Man and make it a toy selling machine again, and they're doing it. They want to be in charge of it. They're tired of selling the rights off to someone to use or misuse or not use for a period of time when they could just be managing it themselves and actually producing some TV series or movies that actually have a toy line that people actually want to buy. So that looks like the way they're going, but we don't know anything much. But obviously, it's something. It's a development. There was a talk for a long time that don't know if I've mentioned this already. There's a talk for a while that the film was going to go to Netflix, so it was still going to happen. It was still going to have Noah Centineo in it, and it was going to have the same directors, but it was going to be done for Netflix, not for the cinema. So is this just part of that? I they just moved it to Netflix, in which case it doesn't need to be on the release schedule for the cinematic releases. So it's really hard to tell. No one knows, but I just found this interesting. I just want to talk about it, and I'm not sure where I stand with it. Like I said, I don't think the film they were going to do was going to work, from what I heard, but no way of telling now. Unless it still happens. So I guess we're just going to have to sit and wait and see if we actually get any news. Feel free to share, like, comment. Comments are fun. Thank you if you got to the end. I am really tired. I've been out all day at a pool party for Australia Day and clubbing and everything, and now it's like 6 a.m. in the morning, and I just saw this as I was looking at the internet while I was winding down to go to bed, and I'm like, oh, what? And then it suddenly got me all, what, I gotta, what's happening? So I'm online looking at everything, trying to find out information. This is all I could get. So I guess we just have to wait for the next development. We'll see what happens. Thanks, bye.